Well, we check Prydwen's tier list. I don't know where they put Snow White, but I do know, after so long and after so many memes, low deficit is no more. Now we have to find a new meme, and we can see what could be that new thing we try to bully out of the website, but low deficit is gone, which is good. I still think it was kind of useless because early game, it doesn't matter what you use. You can use anything in NIKKE and you're fine, right? Like, doesn't really change that much. Like, putting some characters for low deficit only higher when they are in reality like really bad units doesn't make any sense. It's like bad investment for other for new players. But yeah, and speaking on Snow White, I see her pretty high. I'm not talking about the story. I like the boss in tier list. It's the closest to mine as well, since you know, at the end of the day, NIKKE campaign itself, most players don't even care. Feliz nuevo año, ayuno para Budo, muchas gracias, bro. Bestie is the best. Bestie. SSS in bossing, PvP, and SS in a story. Did they change anything else when it comes to like the whole tier list? Oh, they added more flags, no? So now we have a limited flag. I assume this is a paid-in flag. And the treasure one, which is a different one. And then the investment one. I did personally ended up removing the investment flag, because there is not really that much difference between, you know, when you get the base copy of Asuka, no overload gear, than when you get the base copy of Alice, no overload gear. They both suck ass. Like most DPSs in NIKKE, you need to overload and you need to invest nowadays. So it doesn't feel like it's like a necessary tag. I might put my focus into removing this if we can. It's time to, instead of complaining about low deficit, complaining about the investment tag. Exactly, it is time. That's it. Let's check this Snow White review itself. I'm not sure what they're recommending. I haven't seen anything, and we can see a little bit of the pros and the cons. As usual, I am not reading the whole review. Hey, anyone who actually sits down and writes all of this for one character, appreciate what you do. I am a yapper, but I just like this. I like the bottom part here, alright, pros and cons. I'm a simple man. I like to see at a quick glance what's happening with her. So let's check the pros and the cons, and then I want to check how they are actually recommending to build her in terms of the gear and the cubes. Speaking of cubes, I'm still leveling up piercing. It's level 8, and I've been getting already better results, or pretty close results, to my level 15 resilience. It also depends on your build, on your Snow White, or whatever character you are putting, but it's been pretty good. I don't think I would recommend most people to invest into resilience, considering how expensive it is to level up a cube, right? But if you guys are interested on a third cube after Resi and Bastion, that one is pretty good.
And ignore the rest,
basically, I'm a normal gacha player, right? Alright, that's it. Enough jumping. Let's check the pros and the cons. Powerful DPS in both neutral and water weak. The best water weak DPS. That one in burst generation allows the team to rotate faster, or some teams come to be. Her passive presence encompassing bossing and PvP. What are we, fucking scholars now? Emilia V2 in PvP, same element to Emilia. To this day, probably the worst skin release in NIKKE. Even more so considering the price of $60 fucking dollars. I'm just saying. For $60, that is kind of like a crime. Her free skin was pretty cute, so kind of like a crime. Scales can attack damage pretty well on attack, but to a smaller degree. A screen wipe can handle projectiles and delicate mobs, which may improve damage against some bosses. Pierce and parts damage can improve her already insane burst, generation, and damage. Even if they are not that impactful, because most of her damage is from skill damage, they rest her peak damage. Good of burst damage in most compositions, she beats Exodus Mila as a DPS support hybrid. I will say most of the time nowadays when we bring enough bursts for the utility rather than damage, but plenty of compositions you can put her in like that. Not support picky, she can be slotted in anywhere and can even synergize with the Miranda treasure. We notice her burst charge shot will ignore Biscuit's wall, because that's PvP, we don't care about PvP, so we can ignore that. Now, for the cons, sequential attacks might divide her damage so much that she becomes weak at both multi-target and single target, which is why she's not as good as the better options in campaign for high deficit, but can still give burst generation and apply damage taken though, a good alternative. I had no problem so far using her on the last two chapters of campaign, where we will finish in 41 and 42. I mean, only one, so she's useless there, but I had no problem pushing at high deficit with her. I don't think there's like an issue. I think she's really good for pushing at high deficit as well. Would I put her over the love of my life, SBS and Rapid Red Hood? No. But still, she's pretty good in high deficit. The delay 3.2 charge time also accounts for the charge obtained before burst is triggered. While this is good in PvE, it often results in her first shot after the burst being blocked by Noah's immunity. More PvP, screen wave damage is low, so it can feel empty, especially in campaign at high deficits, and the charge time is fixed, which is more of a con than a pro since she can scale with charge speed overload. I feel it's a pro more than a con. It makes it simpler how you have to build her, no? But I can see why some people would want the charge speed, right? Since some people would prefer to be able to also spam shots with her and have more percent. But to me, it's more of a pro because it can be simple. 10, 10, 10. You could be going 10, 10, 7 if you guys are pouring books right now. You can save her burst for last, but she is yet another 10, 10, 10 character. You would put her above your wife, Alice, Sefhi? Yes, I would. I don't use Alice, alright? Now, elemental, attack, and then ammo, crit rate, and crit damage. Like we were saying the other day, we were not sure on the first day if crit damage or charge damage was gonna be better. It ended up being crit damage because she already gets so much charge damage that the increase you actually get for getting 3 lines of charge damage, it's minimal in contrast to just going for more crit. So it's just better to go for that. As usual, she's gonna be, you know, another basic bitch build character though. It feels like NIKKE, even though with the small differences that some characters have, it's one of the simplest gachas right now to build characters. Like 99% of the characters can be built with the same build, exact same build, and they will work no problem. The only difference in some of them might be either the max ammo if they don't need max ammo, or the charge speed if they don't need charge speed, but literally every character can be built the same, which is a pro and a con. Like for some people it might be boring. To me, most of the time it's fine as long as the kits are interesting enough. As long as the kit is interesting, I don't mind characters being as simple to build, right? But yeah. Collection investment, priority, okay. Cubes, resilience, bastion, distraction, not recommending Pierce, that's interesting. I mean, Resi is king for everything. But I'm surprised they are recommending distraction above Pierce.
After this one will be Dragon Ball, mark my words.
Dogan. Because distraction is situational. Like it's literally going to be if the boss has only parts. Prydwen loves the distraction cube for some reason. Yeah, they do. They do recommend it on most of the meta characters they've been releasing over the last 6 months, 8 months. Most of them have distraction as like the last option. I would put Pierce cube on her above anything else if you have it level up. If not, resilience cube. I wouldn't even bother with Bastion. To be fair, Bastion would work too if it's at level 15, because with one max ammo line, she will have, she will go from one rotation to the other. She does not reload at all, so it's fine. I guess they love fighting Kraken. They should be fighting the best boss instead, Harvester, every single day to farm your good resources. But yeah, overall I agree with where she's placed, honestly. At least for the boss in tier list. I don't care about the other tier list myself personally. The boss in tier list has a few things that I just personally would change, but it's just more nitpicking than anything. Tier lists are references. Doesn't matter if it's Prydwen, if it's NIKKE, or if it's the best tier list out there, waifus.com. But they are references. As a reference, a fantastic resource. I think Snow White is in a really good position on the meta right now, and even more so when it comes to water characters. Now, the problem is Kim, over the last 6 months, maybe a little bit more, she's kind of been phased out, no? What is our new electric DPS? What is our over-spec Anis that will be the savior of electric? Just saying, okay? Just saying, we need that. That's it. Enough japping though. Like I was saying earlier, I agree with the Prydwen review on where she is. I put her myself at the top of the tier list as well, as a T0 unit. When it comes to her ass, however, is not as good. When we're talking about her ass, is a T2, and I'm being generous there. There is not enough jiggle because sniper rifles inherently will have worse jiggles. Right? You cannot really spam and get the good jiggle unless you are a Red Hood or her burst. In that case, you could be higher, but when it comes to Snow White, Not good. That's it. Enough jumping. Let's go push towers. I want to push a few tower stages today if we can.